What is up, guys and girls of YouTube? It is your boy Justin Omoe. As you can see, I'm still coughing, but I'm still good to go. Well, not still, but I am good to go. I want to talk to you guys and girls about some beat making tips. Listen to the way this kick sounds right here. You hear that little vibrating? I like that. So why, if we were to lower this down, where did the thing go? Where'd the buzz in my sound in my ears go? That sounds so much cooler. And when you lower it, it's gone. First tip for you guys and girls: basically, when the sound like this one right here goes into the mixer, its final sound, aka what you're hearing, is going to be influenced by, everything it does. So if you were to lower this signal, that distortion that we hear goes away. So how do we capture the distortion? We can use something here called a wave shaper. Wait, I didn't open that. There we go, a wave shaper. So what this is going to do, so if I were to lower this down a little bit, you can hear that distortion there still. If I turn this off, it's not as, hear that. Now if I turn, you can hear that, right? That's what we want. That's what we want, guys. It's going into the mixer, going in through the effects, then it goes through the fader. So if we add that limited clip there where everything, gets distorted, it's going to capture that, keep that in there. And then that distorted sound is going to be able to be leveled with the volume fader. My next example for you guys and girls would be to actually, instead of recording the automation or the notes, the automations and the lines, instead of recording the notes of a sound, instead just record the audio of a sound. Now you may think, hey, what the hell are you talking about? Why are you going crazy on me? Believe it or not, audio has a different type of vibe or feeling or experience for people when you're especially producing. What I'm trying to say is what people performed was what people had to work with. They didn't have snaps. They didn't have like quantization, things like that. There was MIDI, but performing like a guitar or a synth or something like that, people didn't really rely on the MIDI stuff. They relied on real-time things. So let me go ahead and show you what I mean. I have Absinthe, which is the sound I'm using. That sound, I have it in here in the mixer, and it is on record. I right click, and I turned off notes and automation just to save myself the time of, having to clean it up. And basically what we play is what we got. Simple. 3 and just like that. I bit myself. But see, we have an audio file here rather than a notes and automations and all that. This is basically the stuff we had back in the days. Well, I'm saying we, but people had back in the days. It's basically audio clips. Work around and play around with it. You can see it's just straight up not quantized. It's not timed up nicely. You could edit it if you want, but not only will this help you with your performance skills and make you want to record the right thing, it'll also help you when it comes to being creative or having a visual when it comes to working on stuff, because nobody wants to see, nobody really wants to see this. It's not as creative compared to audio tracks. And yes, you could consolidate this notes. You could convert it into audio afterwards, but you rather, well, I wouldn't say you rather, but it'll be less robotic or less electronic and more real time to work around with these sounds and have creativity with them. I know some people may say, hey, but you could go back and edit and alter these notes. And there's another side of people that says what you play is what you get. You have to play around with what you got, and it helps you with your creativity, which I'm on that side a little bit when it comes to, types of ways to. So you can see here, basically we could play around and create a simple, well, I made a simple beat loop right here from the homies Fiore's kit. I'll make a video on that too. But you can see that with these sounds, we could play with the audio file rather than the MIDI and, you know, adjusting it to help fix up our creativity, or, you know, make ways for it. It's something more realistic working with this track like this than it would be with piano MIDI notes. That's my second tip for you guys and girls out there, is to, you know, give it a shot when it comes to audio tracks rather than piano MIDI stuff. Third example is going to be something that a lot of people probably haven't noticed or tried out, which I will go ahead and talk and show you guys and girls. Basically, it's called sidechaining compression, but instead of hearing like a sound with the sidechain, it's basically, you know, the sound itself. So let me show you what I mean. So if you have no clue what the hell sidechain compression is, let me go ahead and explain that real quick. Let's say, for example, I were to take this kick right here and give it a channel. Sidechain compression is basically taking the signal of one sound, for example, let's say the kick, and we're going to use this kick's signal to influence what we could do to this track right here, this absinthe melody sound. So by doing this, we're going to route it, and it'll be like this, and then turn the signal down. Basically, the signal's there, but we're not giving it any type of, you know, mix or in. It knows the signal's there. So with that, we can go to compression. Over here it says sidechain. Right-clicked it, and I was able to sidechain it basically to the kick because I did this thing right here. So notice when it hit play after I gave it a little threshold, you can see this blue line right here. Let me turn this. Now, something that you guys and girls probably never really tried or understood, or not understood, but never gave a shot, would be if we were to ghost it, meaning the sound signal that we're using, I'll name this one Hast. I'm going to put this in here, and I'm also going to turn this off from the master, so we're not going to hear this hat sound at all. So you can see that the hat, taking it off. Now with that, I'll right click and go to the hat that I named Hast. You can see there is something happening to the sound. That's happening because of hat. So if I were to like put this up, you can hear it's almost like a noise gate because it's one simple sound. It's the hat sound being played. But notice that the hat's not being played in the mixers or the master. We're not hearing it. How could we use this to our benefit? We could create different sounds, like noise sounds. Like if I go to the oscillator, right? There's something here called random, I guess, or the noise. We can use that influence onto the melody sound itself as well. So if we're to put this into insert 5, OSC, bam, and same shenanigans. We don't have to hear that sound. We just have that signal, right? With that signal, we can influence the way this sounds now. Oh wait, hold on. There we go. So you can see when I'm pressing, basically pressing the keys or having a piano score on it. I know I just talked about piano scores, didn't I? That will influence the way that this signal would sound rather than having, you know, a hat that I want to having a sound and a kick. So if I were to go on the oscillator and play, you can see it dipped basically. So yeah, that's basically ghost side chaining. It's an interesting thing to do, and not a lot of people really think about it, but give it a shot with some of your sounds. They'll sound dope. And let's create a new sound, or yeah, let's just make a new sound itself. Let's go for Nexus. All right, let's say I like that sound that I just made just now. Oh wait, I forgot how it went. Well, that's what my next tip is going to be for you guys and girls, and that is basically finding that melody again. And how do we figure that out? Well, we can't go back in time, but we could figure out what the, notes were that we used, because the computer records this stuff, even if you don't know about it. Let's go to Tools. We're going to go ahead and go to Dump Score Log. And since I just played it within the last 2 minutes, I think it'll be safe to click 5 minutes or 2 minutes. Let's do 2 minutes. Click. So here we go. This right here is a lot of shit, ain't it? Okay, I guess it'll be safe to go to a new pattern. So I'm going to pattern 2, then I'm going to Tools, then I'm going to Dump Score, and then let's do 2 minutes. No, 5 minutes. 2 minutes? It hasn't been 2 minutes, has it? So here I just went to the piano roll, and basically everything from the last 2 minutes is right here. So hold on. I'm gonna skip around. And there's that melody that I was just talking about. So basically, I have the performance that I was playing, and I don't remember about it, but here it is, Here's the notes. So I'm just going to delete everything else like that. Go away. And just take this, and basically, we got it. Let's just track this D5, and everything else we probably didn't want, so just like that. Let's quantize that. So once again, that's Tools, Dump Score Log into the selected pattern. So that was the one I did there. And then basically that. And the last tip, which is something that I feel like a lot of you guys and girls already know about, but I want to cheat and give this to y'all. Basically, what if you have no creativity? There's something here called Riff Machine from Tools. Just go Tools, Riff Machine, click. And basically, we got this machine that'll let us, be able to randomize, aka throw the dice, and change up the melodies. If I wish they could let me see it. We got something here that'll randomize and let us be able to control the amount of melodies and stuff like that, and let us, try it out. So you gotta hit spacebar for it. So you can see we could play around with it. I wish they will let us adjust this window, but it'll let us play around and figure out some melodies if we have no creativity at the time. And yeah. So you can see we can play with the panning. Let's try this one out. So here's that. Let me delete that. I probably screwed up the scale, but whatever. But you can see that throwing the dice could help you out, you know, making a melody and getting some stuff in your head. So yeah, there's 5 different tips or ways that you can help yourself when it comes to production. I know it may sound like something out of your league, or not league, out of your ballpark, out of your comfortability zone, but these things could help you guys and girls out when it comes to creativity. And yeah, with that being said, it's your boy Justin Omoe. With that, I'm done. Peace. I'm out.